everyone, I'm Esme Todd and today I'm going to be taking you through some DIY lockdown crafts. Now, I know it's a bit difficult to get hold of materials at the moment, so these are all household items, really simple. Hopefully something along here gives you a bit of inspiration because I know kids can find lockdown very, very boring, so hopefully this is a little bit of fun to do at home. Make some tiny little paper aeroplanes and then it becomes a game. If you set it up, you can throw little paper aeroplanes and see how many who can get the most points, basically.
Oh, I see. Silly, I get you now. You're not really here. You're here virtually. I get you. Oh, hello. Oh, so you want me to tell you what it's like to be a monster living in lockdown? Oh, great. Well, in that case, I'll show you around. Whilst I've been in lockdown, I've really enjoyed drawing pictures for all of the key monster workers. This one's for all the monster health workers in the MHS, keeping us all safe and looking after us.
Another reason that they've changed them to plastic notes is because while these were in people's pockets, people would normally have them folded up like this, but the strangest thing is, when they're under a lot of pressure, the top edge would actually melt with the bottom edge. And I know that doesn't make much sense, but this is the weirdest thing, because when people would take it out to paper things, they'd find that it'd be completely inside out.
I tried to forget all of the good times and tell myself you never knew me like you did. You did so well to hide the truth behind the memories, but I guess it's a lie now, lie now, lie now.
Hello and welcome to Lockdown and Live. Today I will be taking you through a beginner's guide to yoga. When you think of yoga, you may think of difficult balances and bends and flexibility, but today's focus is on the mind. My name is Hope and I will be taking you through this today. With lockdown being so difficult for a lot of people, it is really a time where we need to put our mental health first and we need to look after ourselves. This particular yoga session is designed to help people who are suffering from depression, but it's also a good way for those people who aren't suffering with depression to relax, to evaluate their lives, to take some time out and express gratitude. You have not got to be a yogi to learn this sequence. It's very easy and you'll be able to remember it and do it at home. So let's get started. We are going to begin on our mats, laying down.
I want you to spread your legs like so
And relax on the mat. Put one hand on your heart and one hand on your stomach and breathe. Feel your chest go up and down. Deep breaths in and out. Inhale. And exhale. Take your arms away from your chest and your stomach and place them at the side, open-ended. Your arms and your legs are open. Relax. Take a breath in and turn your head to a side. Stretch your arms out. Continue to breathe in and out. Inhale. Lift your head and move to the other side. Continue to take deep breaths in and out. Inhale. Move your head to the center, facing straight. Bring your arms to your chest. Move your legs together and put your hands on the back of your knees. Hug your legs to your chest. Because we love ourselves and we need to remind ourselves, you can rock if you want to. Move those hands to the back of the knees once again, and we're going to rock. So back, forward. Back, forward. It's a good way to get the spine straightened up. Back, forwards. One more time. And come to a seating position. I'm going to move on the mat so you can see me from this angle. Take one hand and place it on one of your knees. Take the other arm and we're just going to stretch it back behind us. Inhale. Exhale. Empty your mind from any thoughts and concentrate on this present moment. What can you hear around you? What can you feel? Then come up. Repeat this on the other side, so arm up and stretch it back. Inhale and exhale. Really stretch the arm out. And with that stretch, we are unwinding. We are untangling any frustrated or confused thoughts in our minds. and come back. I'm going to spin back round this way. Okay. Walk your arms forward. Come up and walk your legs out. So you're in a tabletop position. We're going to push back into a child pose. And I want you to stay in this position and take note of any smells that you can smell, any body parts that you can feel stretching and elongating. Ensure the breaths that you are taking are as deep as you can. And then we're going to take our nose and we're going to drag it on the floor till we get to the end of our mat. And then we're going to push through and up. Empty your thoughts. Focus on the present moment and where you are. Clear your mind. Push back. And this time I will come to this angle, but stay where you are. This time we're not going to push back into child pose, we're going to push back in a frog position. So tuck your toes underneath your feet. And we're going to walk our hands into this position, like a frog. It feels good to stretch parts of your body that sometimes get ignored or where stress can build, like in our spines. If you feel good, you can rock back and forth. And we're going to bring our legs together and we're going to slowly come up. Your feet are together at this point and we're just going to make sure that our back is straight. Take a breath in, arms up. And when we exhale, we are going to drop down and let it flow. Let the energy flow out of our fingertips as we drop. And we exhale. And again. It's like you're a ragdoll. Flop your arms and inhale. And exhale. Now this part of the yoga session, we are going to be thankful and we're going to give some gratitude out into the world to remind ourselves of what we are happy about in our lives. There is always something to be grateful for, no matter how small. You can say it in your head, but I recommend saying it out loud to really bring it home. So what you're going to do is take a breath in, and then we're going to say something that we're grateful for, and at the same time we are going to jump our legs out. I am grateful for the sunshine. And then we're going to jump our legs back in and say something else that we're grateful for. I am grateful for my family.
going to repeat this 3 times. So that was the first one. So again, I'm grateful for my health. I'm grateful for, so it can be tricky. I'm grateful for time. I'm grateful for my strength. I'm grateful for my bravery. You can say anything. It can be something that you have, something that you have earned. It can be anything from money to trees to anything at all. Anything that you are grateful for that makes you happy. From there, we're going to spread our legs once more. And we're just going to take a deeper stretch, so reach up and go down to one of your feet. Come back up. On the other hand, down. And this last time, we're going to come up and we're going to go down the centre. Just go as far as you can go. There's no pressure, just what you can do is fine. Try and reach through if you can. But remember, this is not about the physical side of things today, it's about your mental. And come up. Legs together, hands up. And then repeat after me. Today is going to be a good day. Today I am going to be happy. Today it's going to be positive, and I'm grateful. Namaste.
Hey everyone, my name's Noah. I'm a qualified personal trainer and nutrition specialist, and today I'm going to be talking you through a super quick, easy and cheap meal plan. Before we begin, I just want to start off by saying that everyone is different. A balanced diet looks different for everyone, and how many calories you should be consuming and grams of macros will vary person to person. If you want more information about how you should be eating or exercising, these are my social medias, and feel free to message me with any questions you may have. So for breakfast, I like to have overnight oats with a bit of a twist. So for this, we're going to need any normal rolled oats, Greek yogurt. You're going to want to make sure this is Greek yogurt and not Greek style yogurt, because they are quite different in their nutritional contents. And then any kind of fruit. So for this, I'm going to have blueberries and a banana. So to begin, we're going to fill any container with between half a cup and a full cup of oats. I'm just going to approximate this because I'm not following a strict diet, but you can measure that out if you'd like, so it looks like this. So now we're going to add in around 2 spoons of yogurt. As I've said before, it's really up to you how much you want to add. I do like 2 big spoons. Might actually add another half because I know I'm going to do a big workout tomorrow. Nice. And then I just like to spread it all around so it's covering the oats nicely. So far, we've got this. I know it's not the neatest, but it is so yummy, I promise you. So I add in this super seed mix. I actually got this from Lidl, so every student's best friend. It's got golden linseed, hemp seed and chia seeds. So the main reason I add this into my diet is to increase my protein intake at breakfast and also add more fibre to improve my digestive health. However, as you can see from this slide, there are so many benefits to these ingredients, so great thing to add into your breakfast. Quite sure if this goes without saying, but with my breakfast I do have a very big and very strong coffee. I have this with cow's milk, but there are lots of different alternatives to that. I particularly like oat milk as an alternative, but it's really up to you. If you want to reduce your daily calories, a great way of doing that would be adding boiling water instead of milk to your coffee or tea. For lunch, as you can see, I had quinoa salad and salmon. To make the salmon, all I did was coat it in lemon juice, dill and olive oil, then put it in the oven for around 20 minutes at 180 degrees. While this was cooking, to make the quinoa, I just put half a cup of it uncooked in with 1 cup of boiling water. When you leave this for 15 minutes, the water should have been absorbed and your quinoa is cooked. I then added in half a cup of chickpeas from a tin and also cut up some pepper and salad left over from the other day. So for my dinner, I'm going to have 2 of these vegetarian burgers by Linda McCartney. Literally, these are the easiest things to cook. You just got to chuck them on a baking tray. And then we're going to put them in the oven for around 20 minutes. I love this dinner as it's super yummy while also very rich in protein. I do a lot of strength training, so usually opt for a double patty, as you can see here. But if you do more cardio, you can add potatoes instead, or if you're just chilling at home, you can stick to a single patty, depending on what you've done that day and how hungry you are. It's also important for me to add, as cliched as it is, you do want to be getting your 5 a day, so I like to add some salad with this. I had a bit on the side that you can't see in this picture, or you can just put in any green veg that you fancy. So if you have a sweet tooth like me, you will know there's nothing quite like finishing off the day with some chocolate. Having this in moderation is absolutely fine, despite what you may see on social media. I usually go for a penguin biscuit like this one, as this satisfies my cravings while also being quite low in calories and fat, so it doesn't completely throw my diet off balance. So if you've made it this far in the video, I just want to thank you so much for watching. I also want to reiterate what I said in the start of this video, that everyone is different and what I eat may be completely unsuitable for what you should be eating. If you want to know more about what you specifically should be eating or how you should be exercising, please feel free to message me. I've got all my social media at the start of the video. I'll also link it at the end for you guys to check out. A lot of people have sort of come to me saying they're eating way more over lockdown and they're really worried about it. But you've got to remember that your energy requirements and the food that you need changes with stress and with sleep and things and exercise. So don't get too worried and don't be too hard on yourselves. Please stay safe, guys, and thank you again for watching. Bye!
Hi, my name's Nicola. I'm an NHS nurse currently working on the front line during the pandemic. I wrote Blue Scrubs after one of my many nights on a COVID ward. To be honest, it was just kind of a coping mechanism for me. Writing always has been. Yeah, I always find myself either going to poetry or short stories. And Blue Scrubs actually started off as a poem, and then when Isabel reached out to me about doing something, it kind of escalated and became more of a like monologue or short story. I suppose I just wanted to give people who perhaps don't know what it's actually like on a ward or what nurses do, just an idea of the things that we do actually get up to. And you know, I finish it by just saying that was night one of a week, and you know, that was, I think, a 4-night week for me. So it's just crazy, like we never know what we're going to expect on one of those night shifts or day shifts. And yeah, I mean, the past month or so has been an absolute roller coaster, what with COVID. I've definitely experienced many different things I never thought I would do in my career. Seen a lot of deaths, had to break horrible news to a lot of families. And I suppose just the message I want to get out there is just please stay home. You know, like, we're on this lockdown in this country, and I really don't think that the government have even put in enough effort to make sure people are staying at home, because, you know, I see people out all the time when I'm driving to work, when I'm driving back. I mean, the traffic's getting worse. It's just like, in a sense, normal times, except people aren't going to work on a whole. People are just treating it more as a holiday. And I mean, for me, going into work, seeing the devastating effects of what, you know, these people could be causing, it's horrible, and it really, really breaks my heart. I think what's even more scary is that we're probably not necessarily going to come out of lockdown soon, but things are going to start to ease. And I mean, people are already socializing. You know, I see people out and about meeting friends, and that is not, you know, that is not isolating, or that is not lockdown. So when things start to ease, it just worries me that we could have another peak of everything. And the thing is, the majority of these people who are going out and are meeting up, I mean, the likelihood is they're not going to get sick, and it probably won't affect them. They're probably just carriers. But it's just devastating when you think how many other lives that could end up ruining. And like you hear in Blue Scrubs, I speak about the lovely gentleman I had who was in bed 9. I've had so many of those bed 9s, and it just breaks my heart, like having to, you know, ring a son or a daughter to let them know that their parents are passing away and that they literally cannot come in as a group as you would to say goodbye to a family member normally, and that you can only have 15 minutes and that's it. Like, I've had to do that, and it is so heartbreaking, and I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy. You know, I want people to just take note, and just because it's not happening to you or it's not directly affecting you or your family, like, it doesn't mean that it won't. And I suppose it's just, don't be selfish. And I don't know, I just really just want people to just listen, take note of the science, and listen to what we're all going through. I mean, look at me, look at the state of my face right now. Like, this is from the staples on one of the masks we wear. All this is from the elastic from one of the masks. My nose is just a mess where the rubber's just been rubbing on it for weeks on ends. I mean, it probably doesn't help that I'm so fair-skinned, but I mean, look, it's terrible. I'm not doing this for fun. I'm doing it because this is serious. It is so serious. You know, I'm coming home every single day. I live at home with my parents, my sister, and I can't even spend proper time with them because I have to ensure that I'm at least 2 meters or more apart, because I'm probably a carrier. I mean, I'm in contact with COVID all the time. So the last thing I want to do is infect anyone, and it's horrible. I mean, I've had a lot of people say that I must not be feeling the effects of the lockdown because I'm working, and it's completely the opposite. I feel so lonely when I'm not at work because I come home, I can't eat with my family. I haven't seen my boyfriend since the beginning of March because we just live far apart, and again, I'm probably a carrier, so I don't want to pass it to him to make his family sick or anything like that. So, you know, when I'm not at work, when I'm not with my colleagues, it really is a pretty lonely time. I mean, thank God we're in the time where we've got lots of technology and lots of social media, but there's people out there who might not necessarily know how to use all of that, and the main group that is being affected by COVID is the elderly, who have been told to isolate for 3 months, like literally not allowed outside, and a lot of them might not know how to do all of that, so I can't imagine how lonely they must feel. So if not for yourself, if not for your loved ones, just please, for us that are out there literally putting our lives on the line, just stay home. And when the lockdown does start to ease, don't just go all guns blazing in and, you know, parties and everything. Just really ease back into things, because, you know, it's a pandemic. It's not just going to be over like that. Anyway, I've spoken way too much. Yeah, just stay home, guys, and look after yourselves and your loved ones. I rang Shauna at 8 p.m. I let her know that her father's deteriorating. His stats keep dropping. He can't maintain. I had to explain to her that her father isn't a candidate for ITU because of his age. I've assured her that we're doing all that we can, and that the doctors prescribed some drugs to take the pain away and to make him comfortable. I explained that there isn't much more that we can do, and that he probably doesn't have much longer. Right now, because of COVID, we can't have any visitors. However, if your loved one is dying, we can give you a whole 15 minutes. This sounds cruel, and I mean, it really is, but it's just to stop more deaths like this. Shauna says that she'll be there soon with her brother. I'm sorry, we can only have one visitor, and then you're going to need to quarantine for 14 days. I get off the phone, eyes welling up. I take a deep breath. I administer the morphine. His breathing's getting worse. I hold his hand and I try to reassure. I let him know that I've spoken to Shauna and that she'll be along soon. The phone rings, another admission. This patient is COVID positive and on Optiflow, so we're going to need the side room. I get the room prepared and I check that we've got enough PPE, because you see, these aerosol patients, we need more than just those plastic aprons. These patients can desaturate really quickly. I don't like having these patients in a side room. I like them where I can see them. But for the safety of everyone, this is what needs to happen. My patient arrives, young female, 32 years old. Feeling nauseous, she throws up. I hold her hair back and I give her some anti-sickness drugs. I encourage her to get some rest and lay prone. She tells me it's uncomfortable and I say I know, but it's going to help because studies show. After doing the drug round, I check back on my side room. Her sats have dropped to 62%. I don't panic, but my heart's racing. I gown up and I enter. She's taken out her high flow nasal specs. I reconnect and I stay with her until her sats are 95%. She took them out because she said it's dry and it hurts, and I beg her to keep them in. And I rush around and I'll see if I can find some Vaseline that she can just use on her nostrils to moisten it a bit. I go back to the ward after doffing and donning for the millionth time. I check if the IV lines have finished and disconnect. I assist bed 3 who needs the toilet, and then I do an ECG on bed 15 who's having chest pains. Bed 12's having trouble sleeping because bed 10 keeps on screaming. Bed 10 has dementia. She's frightened because of my huge mask and visor. I step back and I lower my mask. I smile. How scary it must be for these patients. I sit down at the nurse's station and I begin to write my notes. And then the buzzer goes. Bed 4 needs the loo, so I grab a bedpan and I assist. Bed 11 is coughing and refusing to wear a mask. I say it's there to protect all of us staff, and he says it's our job and he doesn't see why he needs to wear one. Back to my documenting. I get about halfway through. Persistent cough in the background turns into a wheeze. Bed 11 isn't breathing properly. 15 litres oxygen with a non-rebreather. I sit him up and bleep the doctors. I check the airway, I suction up thick secretions. Check his sats and they're slowly coming up from 79%. Doctor arrives. Sats are now 92%. Doctor tells me I should be making sure that he's wearing a mask. Doctor, I have asked him. The doctor asked him to put it on and he agrees. Well, I guess it must not be the doctor's job. I suggest using the nebulizer to help loosen the mucus. Doctor agrees, and the patient seems to be doing better. My patient in bed 7 now needs some adrenaline. Oh yeah, did I forget to mention, the patient is on a sliding scale, so I'm checking his CBG every hour. 2 AM and I'm about to take a break. I can never sleep on my night shift, so Netflix and a lot of coffee it is. I come back on shift. My colleague is in with my side room who's been throwing up again. I draw up some cyclozine and pass it through to save all the doffing and donning. She let me know that Shauna had been and gone after seeing her dad in bed 9. 3 AM. I begin to finish my notes. Clinical site manager rings to see who's going to be going home. One patient actually is. She's one of our ITU step-down patients and she's been with us for almost 6 weeks, so some good news. 3:45 AM. Bed 9's respiratory rate is increasing and Midaz and Fen are not having any real effect. There's a rattle in his breathing. I bleep the doctors to let them know. We're no longer doing obs on him, as there's just nowhere else to go. I hold his hand and I stroke his head, just to let him know that he's not alone. I try and sit him up more to make him more comfortable. As he groans, he looks up at me, my eyes water, feeling extremely unprofessional. He smiles. He took his last breath at 4:07 a.m. I did last offices, cleaned him up, and I spoke to him through every step of the way. Once prepared, I called the porters to transfer him to the morgue. A tear streams down my cheek, but my mask covers it. I ring Shauna. I pop to the loo, forgetting to even use it. I sit on the toilet, my head in my hands. I call the deep cleaners to come and clean bed 9 so that we're ready for our next admission. 5 a.m. We need to check the pads of those who are bedbound or incontinent. Also need to start preparing our drugs and IVs for our 6 a.m. round. Right now it's really awkward administering the drugs. You know, we can't take our drug trolley or notes to the patient's bedside, which is usually our protocol, so it takes even longer. And to top it off, there's only 2 of us nurses on tonight, myself and Shah, accompanied by 3 amazing HCAs, but unfortunately they can't help with the drugs. We get it done by 6:45, we tidy up, and I need to add some notes about my deceased patient, so I get that done. On my way to the office, a patient calls and needs my help to get to the loo on her Zimmer. Running a little late for our 7 a.m. handover, but my colleague has my back. 7:30 a.m, I head to the changing rooms, strip off my blue scrubs, and I jump in the shower. I scrub every inch of my sore body. My face stings from where the mask has been rubbing. I stand under the shower and I let the water flush my tears away. That was my first night shift of the week done, and I'm back again tonight.
And it's live. December, let's relight those dying embers, please. Emily, I've been spending time trying to find the words I'll speak to the girl I'm yet to meet. Emily, pain when it finally gets there.
There we go.
Thank you very much, everybody. We're at Dolphin Centre.
Strange doing a live stream where you can't see where it's going sending to. I know it's on YouTube, but we can't actually see who's watching or what's going on. So this is
So we're playing.
it's crazy.
Playing a few songs here for you, for lockdown live. Having a real nice time.
Boiling time. We've been out here sweating all day.
It's been a beautiful day, almost too beautiful.
Look at us both looking between the angles.
Wouldn't
We're
you
both,
say?
it's been a wonderful day.
Wouldn't you say it's almost been too hot?
We are Dolphin Centre and you're watching Channel 5
We've been cooking,
News.
but we're here now to sort of try and project some nice kind of feeling onto all of y'all. If everyone's looking after themselves, this is going to be a song, probably the next one we're going to bring out, so listen close. Nah.
Oh, okay.
Blind seeds of worry in my fertile brain. Watch them grow, turn to green. Oh, so jealous of the way you have your day-to-day routine. And I said I didn't need you, but I'm so see-through. You see, 3, 4, and sleep until night. get wide-eyed and lose sight of things I chose. I don't really want to go. If you don't know where you're running to, I don't really want to follow. If you don't know where you're running to. Take a wander through the lost soul cemetery. Hear them sing their blues in memory of their memories. Now this all feels so rough stone. Wide-eyed, get wide-eyed and lose sight of things I trust. If all things must turn to dust, wide-eyed, get wide-eyed and lose sight of things I trust. Oh, I don't really want to go. If you don't know where you're running to, yeah, I don't really want to follow. Now if you don't know where you're running to, I don't really want to go. I don't really want to follow. If you don't know where if you don't know where you're running to, I don't really want to follow. If you don't know where you're running to, I don't really want to go. If you don't know where you're running to, I don't really want to follow. If you don't know where you're running to, she's disbelief, the spittle, little remedy to life. It's a little darkness, bright fluorescent, dark leaf, flashing teeth, tight flash, soup in the middle of the sea. With a white horse and asses, its eyes upon the acid street. Until you suffer your best. I don't know, something amazing, I guess.
Few mishaps there, a few voice breaks.
A few little one of them's, yeah. That's all good. That's
A few of them ones.
Yeah.
Can't even blame it on the second beer. It's the sun. To be honest with you, we're melting. That's my excuse.
Okay.
Feels like I'm on a slip and slide on this neck.
Tom, if you could just the decibels down your laptop by 12, that'd be unreal.
Right.
And I'm gonna talk a little bit about how we formed as a group. So me and Tom have known each other now since we were about 8 years old. And we moved to Manchester with the same sort of dream and a shared passion that we share to this day. So we got 2 others on board. Neither of them can be here right now, unfortunately. We wish they
Lucas
could.
and the fam, if you're watching, that's our drummer. And then Ethan, our guitarist, he's back home.
We do miss our friends, and we can't wait to perform with them again and play for everybody. We do miss our friends quite a lot. Going a little stir crazy, you know, a little
our little palace here.
Very, very humble abode.
Perfect. What we're going to do now is a song called Spectacle of Sorts. Yeah, we're making these up as we go along. The set list, not the songs themselves.
It sounds like it sometimes. Is the guitar loud enough? This one?
Yeah.
Cool. You ready? 1, 2, 3, 4.
Keep that going.
Voice to give my eyes are open. The words are bouncing round the letters of my dodgems token. My lids are heavy and they're always blown off. And I'm stranded miles away from any sign or hints of motion. Inside or out, it's the same and it's everywhere. The will to give cowers under the pressure of the stairs. The banister curves round the stairwell and it always goes up. But the sunset doesn't reach these blinds. It's time to find a spectacle of sorts to distract us from the rain. But the grass will never grow without the moisture to be gained. And it's a shame, but we never been the type to fix our hair or our sins. And we still stood here pissing in the wind. And I ask why, as I always do, why we still feel bulletproof when nothing inhuman. Look at this world that we do it to. It's dying and it's dead. It's fear and it's dread. It's simple, but it's not. It's the end of the thread. Choking up, I quiver in your lips while your legs are locked. I feel your tongue on my lobe while the globe is fucked.
Hey, hey, hey.
Hey. Sounds like there's some barbecues going on or something, which you shouldn't be doing.
Hope that's sounding good for everybody. Yeah, hope that's sounding fantastic. Perfect. We're at the point now where we're so well prepared in terms of set list, so we can just choose the next one.
We have no set list. So what do you want to play? If we could see, we could ask. So instead, we'll have to decide for ourselves.
We never do that.
Which is crazy.
We never do that ever.
In a world like this.
There's Naked. there's all the tunes that we always do. This is So We Do.
So we do, let's do it, so we do. You got a knock neck on that one, haven't you, to do the bridge?
I do. With a sock over my smoke alarm, sharing stories about our scars. Flicking our ash into an empty jar, sharing stories about our scars. And I said, where'd you wanna go before your body gets too old? What you wanna do? She said, I fancy making plans to see the world and find romance. And I fancy doing it with you. So we do. It feels like these four walls have seen far more than I don't believe it's beneficial for me. This life laid out before me looks so bleak. And darling, I can only try to understand the shit you're going through. But my ambition for a while has been to leave the British Isles. And I fancy doing it with you. So we do. And I fancy doing it with you. Spread our wings, 'cause greater things await. Take my hand and let's escape.
That's why I looked at you. What are you even thinking now?
I don't play the chords of this song, man. This isn't my fucking tune.
What were you even thinking? Yeah, that sounds right.
I winged it, man. I went blind.
I just didn't want to go, no, wrong card before we played it. Nice. Nice. Well, what did you even play there? It's that one.
It's that one there, isn't it?
Yeah.
Should have known.
Oh, Cam. Glad I didn't play that. Imagine if we both played in different notes.
Louis Zimmer's requested Batsy Tree in the comments.
Okay.
Says, a little birdie in my ear.
Oh, man. Right. Play chords. I only know. That's all I play.
Maybe Louis Zimmer's going to be disappointed.
That's the verse, the chorus, isn't it? I know that part. And then there's the verse. turn it, yeah. Okay, this is our cover of Battersea Tree. I don't know, what does he do? I get shouted at Ethan every time we play this because I'm playing the chords wrong, so I don't even play the chords anymore. I just go like that. Just shout a little bit down the mic. How far through are we doing now? You ready? If I just play, okay, I'll just. Oh, I'm a restless man, that's what they say about me. But the screaming in my brain affects my party daily. And I wish I could be up a Battersea Tree having canopy weed, looking at the satirical fucker that seems to hold it together. Cause I cannot run forever, find myself with blisters wearing someone else's shoes. Cause the ones I used to wear are worn from chasing after you. To get back to black and sky where the truth reflects me blue. And I walk this road alone, wearing Nike 92s. That's it. Figured this out just for you, Louis.
In my right mind, I would have found the words to say, but I can't fish them out. They're swimming round a clouded brain, and all this time I've been losing my head over things we could have fixed if I had known what to have said. I'll forget my name before I forget you. If you didn't know the score, you were meant to.
Oh, I'm a bottomless pan, and they're trying to fill me up in an attempt to slow me down. But my fast forward button stuck a looks made me feel a fool. The lid of my bottle's been flipping glued. But that's fucking true. Well, the sky reflects me blue. I can't remember the words to this one anymore. It's been so long. Can you remember the words to this one?
I'm butchering the chords like.
I don't know the chords either. Thought I might as well give it a go for our Lou Bear. Spice up a bit. What are the words?
Man. I think we should pack that one in.
Louis, comment the words down below.
That's bad, that. I'll do naked. I'll put the song on there.
It's all I know. How long far through are we? What time is it now?
Go as long as we like.
It's nearly been half an hour.
And the songs that we know. My teeth are darker now than before. Everything's harder now. Of this I'm sure. But then there's you. Pulling me through. Everything you say rings true. I should be your cue. It shouldn't harm you. This rose-tinted glass turns every flag into a red one. Ignore the signs and we'll be fine. Don't ask me where my head's gone. As long as there's you, I'll pull through. Everything you say rings true. Sunrise should be your cue. Instead it haunts you. Is she naked 'cause you love her? Or do you love her because she's naked? Oh, is she naked 'cause you love her? Oh, 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 oh. Or do you love her because she's naked?
I'm gonna play naked. Just reading the comments there, some funny ones.
Oi, hope everyone's
I
there.
think
Hope
it said
everyone's
Zach,
having a
thank
nice
you, mate.
time.
That means a lot. Let us know where you saw us. That'd be cool to find out.
This is tricky for us. We like to feed from the energy of the crowd we play for.
It's a common known problem of ours. But I've just looked at the comments there and I'm feeling the energy. Thank you very much, people.
We gotta feel that energy, and the energy can be heard, felt.
Sorry, vibes. We don't say
seen.
energy, do we? It's vibes. Vibes is the thing.
It's only vibes.
What should we do? Should we do a bit of Zeitgeist? Just do the chords. I'm sick of trying to get the big sound out of it.
Give me a solo. I believe. I feel the energy, vibes.
1, 2.
Can't cure the blind, but she's got them eyes, and she can make her body whine. I've only fingers to point with no proof. Empty my mind of the filth she may find, lay out by candlelight. I'm a believer, she's my only truth. Oh.
dressed for the sun, but God deemed it stormy. I rolled my last cigarette, the wind smoked it for me. So now I'm turning to a new fate, and finding solace in my new faith.
The star-catch mask of the truth, I would know I was there too, with the den and the leaves and the fruits, with the lioness leading the coop. What would the lioness do with the facts? That the prey's return with its pride on its back, that the hunt is aligned to the tracks, in line for attack. Quick reply for a snack, at the back of the queue, cause the nightclub was packed, and the bouncer was stacked. Giving a fuck, I ride with the tie, show off my skills when the sea levels rise, bite on the cheeks on the tears that they cry, RSVP to the man in the sky. I ride with the tie, show off my skills when the sea levels rise, right down the cheeks on the tears that they cry, RSVP to the man in the sky.
Dressed for the sun, but God deemed it stormy. I rolled my last cigarette, smoked it for me.
I ride with the tie,
So now I'm turning to
right down the
a
cheeks on the tears that they cry, RSVP to the man in the sky. I ride with the tie, show off my skills when the sea levels rise, right down the cheeks on the tears that they cry, RSVP to the man in the sky. Sweet. We were a camera down though.
We are a camera down. One of them died in. So I think that's a sign. I think that's a sign.
What's the oracle saying? Are we?
The oracle was it on my phone? It's
Oh no. Right, we're flying blind now. Houston is no longer in the earpiece.
But we think.
Wait. Let's see.
We think we're very much appreciative of everyone who's tuned in.
Okay.
It's been real good fun. Hope everyone's had a lovely day, a lovely time. Hope everyone continues to look after each other. Show support for those who need it. Be kind.
Be kind. Could you let us know in the comments, the team behind this, if we're okay to continue for a bit or if we should stop? We've just lost the earpiece, that's all. It's run away. Hey! Hey man! No worries. One more song. Sweet, okay. One more song. One more song! What should we do? Bit of Tretch. I reckon. It's a classic. What do you reckon?
Yeah.
I could just do the chords you sing.
I'm gonna pop this down. Put it over there. We're gonna do one more song, and it's gonna be Treacherous Terrain.
The first song we brought out two years ago, last week or something like that. Polly's Man. Check it out on Spotify and all that.
Be daft not to, Polly's mum. Hope you're doing okay, Polly's mum. I like this spark now to ignite the flame, because I know how to tone down the pain. This way, my brain will board the aeroplane and take a flight over the treacherous terrain on which I failed to leave a footprint. We got a good thing going here. Above the clouds is my frontier. And I know I'll never get cold by your side. No. I've been told remedies of old never compare to your eyes. No more. We sit for days and days on end, the conversation flowing deep as the ocean. Contemplation sets in motion, sense and tighten, contribute to my emotions. I'm enlightened, yes it's true. We got a good thing going. Above the clouds is my frontier. And I know I'll never get cold by your side. I've been told remedies of old never compare to your eyes.
Contemplation, set in motion, sense and tighten. My emotions, I'm enlightened. Yes, it's true. Contemplation, set in motion, sense and tighten. My emotions, I'm enlightened. Yes, it's true. Thank you very much for being here, virtually, live.
From the comfort of your own homes.
Comfort of your houses. We'd love to stay, but stick around for anything that's coming on after us for the rest of Lockdown Live.
And enjoy the rest of your lockdown, best you can.
Stay safe out there, in there. Don't go out there. Stay in there. And we'll see you out there soon. Should we Logan Paul it? Logan.